record. Okay, hi. So before we hit record, I was just discovering some graphics I screwed up on, some words I misspelled. But you know what, you guys, that's why tonight I said it's your turn to talk. You can ask Tom. I have said for the last 2, 3 hours, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what to talk about. Like there are literally just some days where I'm like, I don't know. Um, and there are also some days where I'm like, I don't want to even hear myself talk. Like I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what's going on in your world. I want to know what you're doing in your business that's working for you. And he was so cute too. He was like, Coach, you make through the whole thing. A lot of you are doing 12 days of Christmas. A lot of you are doing things with your teams. A lot of you are doing creative new things to get through the month of December. So I want you guys to feed into me. I'm being selfish and I'm asking you to feed into me tonight, but also obviously the whole team will get the benefit of that. But I want to know what you're doing. I feel like December is a tricky time because we are busy, we are distracted, and we're trying so hard not to be, right? At least I'm trying really hard not to be. Um, but I'm still distracted, even though I'm trying hard not to be. So you guys tell me, unmute, type in the chat, whatever the heck. I want to know what you're doing. What are you working on? And Shantae, I think you guys already kicked off your 12-day. Lisa, you are kicking off, or you did kick it off already? You guys kicked it off today. Sonia, did you guys kick off today, or do you do it tomorrow? Yesterday. Okay, see. All right. So somebody pop in here and tell me what's going on in your world.
Well, I will just say this crap is hard.
The 12-day a Christmas crap?
Yes. Trying to do it. My reach outs, my friends, my 9 to 5, my commute, all of that. It's hard.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And then I did lunch today. So I didn't even have my lunch time to do my reach outs.
Yes. Now, you're with Olivia. You girls know that you can schedule all your posts, right?
Yes, I haven't even had time to do that.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure you weren't trying to like do it every single day though. You know what I mean?
Yes, I think she has hers, but I haven't mine because I wasn't sure with the videos what kind of giveaways I was doing, which videos I wanted. And then, like I said, yours was hard because it's like, what do you do for free? I mean, so what do you come up with to give for a free gift? So I don't know. I said to Joy, maybe I do like a hot chocolate mix in a jar, but then if you got to mail that, you can't. So, you know.
Okay, so wait, I feel like, yeah, chime in, Sandra. Chime in. I saw your hand go up.
Okay, I see lots of product on your shelf. Do you have cafe?
No.
Okay, I do.
I was going to say, does anyone in Lebanon have cafe?
I have cafe. Do you have peppermint or chocolate?
I have peppermint.
Okay, so I will give you a couple of cafe. You include it with peppermint, and then Lisa's got a mug that she had in her present stash. And then I mean, you don't even have to put it with the mug. The
Dollar Tree.
Yeah, you can just mail the cafe.
You can just mail the cafe. Put cafe with the peppermint.
I have a whole box, Sonia. I'll drop it off at your house.
I know you love it.
Yeah, exactly. I was just gonna say, because you know I can't stand it. You know what? I better make sure. I think I bought it last year. Should still be okay. Because I bought a bunch to do giveaways.
I have it, but I don't drink it.
Okay. Does anybody have any tips for Sonia about how to balance all of this? Because I know you're also all balancing all the things. How are you guys fitting in?
I'm not gonna lie, I was feeling a little stressed about the 12 days of Christmas myself. But I tonight scheduled mine for tomorrow. So that makes me feel so much better. And that was so easy, Sonia. That was super, super easy. So I say just have a plan.
One day at a time. Are you scheduling?
I think that's what I'm going to do. But now I didn't realize you could do them out so far. So I may just go ahead and go do all of mine and just and I was kind of stressed because I was thinking, what is my question going to be? But as I watched the video, I was like, oh, I mean, it just came to me. So don't overthink it and just roll with it. And as far as prizes, and y'all all know I'm a little on the hoarder side of things, whether it be craft supplies or I was cleaning my office one day and I sent Sandra a picture and a message, and I had like, I love little notebooks. I just do. And I had a stack like this tall, and I sent Sandra that picture and I said, my name is Lisa Cook, and I may have a problem with buying notebooks.
But you have a lot of giveaways now.
Yeah, so I have this little thing I can give away. I just found this in the kitchen drawer. I don't know where it came from, but it is still wrapped
It's
up.
cute. It's cute as a button.
I'm gonna slap some stuff on it, and that's gonna be so. I think just taking the time, Sonia, to go ahead and schedule out your post and get them all in there. That's the huge thing. Because like you said, ours we're having up by 7 a.m. So getting that done and knowing you don't have to worry about it.
Like
So-
trying to do it the
Sonia?
night before.
Hey, Sonia, I know that you tend to do your work sometimes later in the evening. So let those later in the evening messages and posts work for you. So if you're sending somebody a message tonight and you go to bed, okay, there's your reach out. Tomorrow, when they've answered you, guess what? There's your follow-up. So let some of that work for you while you sleep. Do you know what
Mhm.
do you know what I mean?
For sure. See, this is so good. I'm just like learning. Okay, what else is going on? Go for it, Shantae.
Well, I'm still a little scattered. I'm still adjusting to life in general and to all of the things. So I actually have 3 on my 12 days of Christmas. I have Michelle and I have Anissa. And so we just took all of our stuff and just dumped it. And I had leftover like little goodie bags. We had mailers. We had, I don't know, between all of us, we had so much product. It was ridiculous. So my video, we started out with our own videos first. So, there was 3 days, but we took our first day and we just did like an introduction, like this is the time for you to invite other people, blah, 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 and then just try to keep it going. And I found that it works best in the morning if I go in, each of us go in the morning and do like a little like video or blurb saying, what to expect for the day.
Mhm.
And then we've been posting our video around 11.
Okay.
So that gives people time. And then around 8:30 is when we actually go live again and do our drawing. So that's been working.
Okay. Oh, sorry. So you're going live in the morning to give a little blurb, like, "Hey, here's what we're doing today." You're
Or
sharing,
post.
or post. Then you're sharing the video, and then at night, do you always go live at night?
I think it's easier because they can see us drawing.
True.
So that's why we did it that way.
Okay,
But it's
yeah.
been working for us so far.
Okay.
And like I said, I did cookies. I baked cookies in my video. So I'm sending the Thrive Pro Bars as a mailer.
Okay.
And then we're
Smart.
just putting like a little candy cane and like a Christmas card with it, just something simple.
Yeah, which I think that's good too. I was just gonna say, like, I know it's fun and exciting to do big, fun gifts, but at the same time, we're giving this away. So I say keep it simple, like for sure, keep it simple.
Right. And not all the people that are in our group are like, my person might win, but it might be like Anissa's turn, as though she's not going to benefit. So it's just trying to keep everything simple and
Right.
not investing a whole lot of money into it.
Okay, I like that. But I like that breakdown that you're like, because I just want to give people ideas of how other people are running their, because literally it's a free for all. You guys can do whatever you want. So you're doing here's what to expect post or live, then the video itself, and then the drawing at night. I like that. Is anybody, how are like Lisa and Sandra, how are you guys setting your day up? How did you guys schedule it?
Okay, so when she and I zoomed together, we jotted down like who was taking what day and then what videos we were using. And so we went live last night. We did StreamYard. That was just an ordeal in trying to get that taken care of. But we told them what to expect for these next 12 days, that the video would go up at 7, there would be a post to go up at 7 a.m. There would be a question that they would want to answer so that they could go in the drawing that night at 9 p.m. Because like Lisa told them, and I said, 7 a.m. is when it goes up because that's Eastern time. So if you're in Central, sorry, it's 6 a.m. for y'all. And then Lisa told them that the drawing will be at 9 p.m. every single night Eastern time because we have to go to bed.
Right.
And so the group, when I first made it, I made it private, but like my people, we told everybody they could invite 2 people, but they couldn't invite when I made it private. I've not made groups like that before very often. So I went ahead and just kind of like shut that one off. created it again, made it public. So last night I announced and I said, Monday night at 9 p.m., it will go to private.
Okay.
And so if you want to invite someone after that, we will actually have to be the ones to invite them. So be sure you get your people in here before.
Okay. So that's a good point. So just so you guys understand, when you start a group as public, you can then switch it to private. But if you start a group as private, you can never turn it to public.
Yes,
That you
I
have to
found
start
that.
fresh. So I'm glad you caught that early.
Mhm.
But okay, but I like that idea. So because here was the thing I saw like in the Telegram, people were struggling to get enough people to join. So I think that's a good idea. If you start it like that, then that allows people, we didn't even think about the timing on our drawings. As in like what time to do it. Okay, well, see, that's why we're all together now. So Sonia, you can unmute and tell me. So how are you guys doing did you guys go live? Did you say what to like do a post about what to expect? How did you set everything up?
So we did a live together and just said, we welcomed everybody to the group, said we're going to, do some drawings. We may have some pop-up drawings. You have to interact. The more that you interact on the posts, the more chances you get for the grand prize. And we're each doing a grand prize since.
Okay.
So, and we didn't tell them what the grand prize was.
Yeah, well, because you still have to figure it out. That would be me.
No, I'm doing a month of Thrive.
Oh, you are? Oh, that's exciting. Wow.
Yeah,
And how do
because
I join
I
your
got all that
group?
product. So
Yeah,
Okay,
we're
so
doing
let's-
that is our grand prize as well.
Is a full
Yeah.
month of Thrive? Is Shantae? Okay, Shantae saying the same thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Shantae said we did the same. Okay, so they did the same. They had a public group and then they switched to private when they started doing the drawings, which that's really good because once the drawings get started, you don't want people just joining for the hell of it. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so like because it's public right now, there are people who are actually seeing some of the things that I'm posting, like the graphics and stuff. So somebody that I know that I had not invited to be in the group liked my graphic. And I sent her a message this morning and I just said, hey, I said, I'm doing this 12 days of Christmas. Do you want me to add you into our group? Well, she's seen it, but she hasn't said yay or nay.
Yeah.
But, what have you. We have right now, I think 15 people in our group.
Well, that's good for two of you. Yeah.
Well, we've had 15 people that have been invited, but they're still waiting for a few of them to go ahead and accept that.
Okay.
But there were 15 names in there. So
Yeah.
so we shall see. But right now, today's post, we've only had one other person besides Lisa and I comment.
Okay.
And once our Zoom's over, phone's about to die.
All right. So Sonia, you have to get a hold of Olivia then and decide like what time to do the drawings. Okay. Courtney and Wendy, you're not showing your face, so I get that. So maybe you're busy and you can't talk. I bet Courtney's painting. But if you have any thoughts or ideas of how you're doing yours, I know Courtney hasn't actually started yet. I think they're going to start on the 12th, so that it goes through Christmas Eve. Oh, there she is. Hey, girl.
Hi. So yeah, we are not launching until December the 12th, and Shannon and I are working together on that. Shannon also has a little business of her own that she does. You guys have to go look up her stuff. It's called Two Dogs and a Cricket. Okay.
The cricket.
And Two Dogs and a Cricket. So she does a lot of like decor stuff. So we're doing a little Thrive and mixing in some non-Thrive stuff as well, because, I know a lot of us are doing 12 days of Christmas that, if we have mutual friends that they may be seeing different things and all of the people talking about the same thing, that we can kind of do a little spin-off of home decor kind of stuff too. But yes, we're going to start that on the 12th just because there was no way that I was going to be ready and my brain wrapped around doing all of that this week. So we're going to get back together and get a plan. Shannon's really kind of taken the reins on it, and I'm really proud of her. She created the group, she's made the graphic, and I'm just letting her kind of let it be her, which is awesome to me to watch my downline do that. So I'm totally here, like just supporting her. But
like
that's
proud mama.
yeah, I feel really good. And then, as far as business wise goes, I don't have anything special that I'm doing, you guys. It's just being consistent. We have to be consistent, especially now. we can't get bummed out and stressed out over 12 days of Christmas. Like, we still got to keep doing the, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, the minimum, the maximum, whatever it is that you do daily. Don't forget about that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this is supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be overwhelming and stressful. And hopefully we get some new freaking thrivers out of it. When one of the things that Shannon and I were talking about, obviously there is going to be a grand prize. We're doing a full month of Thrive as well. She's going to throw in some of her stuff, but if there's somebody in that group that has been actively like participating and doing all of the things, they're going to get a message and they're going to get a sample. I mean, like, those people are going to be like, oh, sorry, you didn't win. No, they're getting something. So we'll kind of take note of those people at the end of who really was like trying and participating, and whether they're Shannon's people or my people, like, we'll figure that out at that point, but everybody's getting something.
Good. And did you guys, I know you haven't done it yet, but are you going to do the public thing and then switch to private, or have you guys talked about that? Was that helpful to hear?
Well, I made my post earlier today that was like, we're doing this. If you want an invite to our private group, let me know. And it was crickets. I have not had one comment. I have not had one like. So I don't know how to, I'm going to have to change that up a little bit. I think if we should a lot like post the group page link and be like, if you want to join yourself kind of thing.
Well, I would say you could do that, but then I would have like, when you establish a group, you can ask questions for people to join.
Mm-hmm.
So I would maybe ask questions. Are you currently a Thriver?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you don't want to get a bunch of people joining your group that are Thrivers under other people.
Oh, for sure.
Or are you, I don't know, like some sort of qualifying questions.
Absolutely. I think that's a great idea.
It'd be helpful.
Are you guys doing like a certain number of people, or are you just letting any and everybody that wants to join?
When we originally threw this out to everybody, we suggested anywhere between 5 to 10 per promoter, because if it gets too big, it's just a free for all, and then people don't win or it gets overwhelming. And then to your point, that way, if you do have someone who's interacting a lot, you can really start to pull out like, who. Go ahead, Sandra. She's dying.
Okay, so Lisa and I got 5 people each to invite, and then they each got to invite 2, and that was going to give us 30 people if everybody joined. Some of the 5 that we have sent messages to, it's like crickets. Okay, fine, you don't want my presence, no biggie. So I've invited some different people.
Okay.
And so that way we'd have 30 max.
So,
and also I'm trying to look at this as a learning experience. I mean, the whole thing of the 12 days of Christmas, the planning, how we're doing it, how we're running it, the whole deal. So, I mean, if nothing comes of it, as far as getting a new customer, that's okay too, because we've learned so much about how we need to do this. And, you're going to reach somebody. So I want to kind of just mention that, you may think, nobody, it's crickets, nobody's responding. No, behind the scenes, it's working, and whatever we get out of it, whether it's the organization of the thing and, how we do it different next time, there's lots to be learned from doing this. So, hopefully we'll all get lots of
very good
customers.
mindset and perspective. Shantae, what do you got?
I was just going to say what we started with was we invited our non-promoting promoters and our current customers that were not thriving for free, and we concentrated on them first. And we offered for them to invite people. Okay. Versus trying to just do Facebook World.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think that's good because that expands. I just love all these ideas. That's why I wanted everybody to be talking tonight. Like, what are you doing? Wendy says, I'm actually listening, ladies. I'm doing my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 late today, and my hair is a mess, and I'm in my jammies. Well, my hair is a mess, and I'm jealous that I'm not in my jammies, but that's okay. Sandra says, I'm doing one of the gifts I'm giving is one of my Christmas organizer books I made. And I think that's a neat idea too. So that is something that Sandra, she did a live, was it last year or 2 years ago, where she showed how to make them. And a lot of people were like, I want to make one, or will you make me one? So there could be something that you're really good at. Maybe there's something that you make or something that you bake or whatever. So you could also use that as one of your prizes. Like, doesn't all have to be store-bought, right?
Also, as far as ideas of what we're doing, I'm mailing out Christmas cards to everybody that has an account with me that I have a mailing address. They're getting a Christmas card. course, it's not going to say anything about Thrive. May
Mhm.
you have a blessed Christmas with your family, that kind of thing. So
I love it.
as Lindsay would say, stay top of mind.
Yes, I love that though. I love
Yeah.
that. Is anybody else doing Christmas cards? Because I'm gonna put it on my list now.
And what Courtney said about staying consistent, just showing up, still doing our 5, 4, 3, 2, 1s, I don't think we're gonna the harvest, I think, will be delayed, but we just got to get through doing our everyday.
Yeah. And I feel like, especially, I don't know, for some reason, I feel like right now, reach outs are a little bit easier because there's so much stuff going on in people's lives that they're sharing. So it's made it easier to like shoot quick questions really quick, or everybody under the sun has like a new family photo, or that they're sharing, like it's a oh great picture, who took it, or whatever, the baby's beautiful, how old is she now, kind of thing. So I definitely think that it's a little bit easier. The thing I was struggling with though personally is that I was like literally getting lost in Facebook again. Like I was like, put it down, girl, put it down. So I had to do mine this morning and then walk away from it because I don't know, I was commenting on stuff, sending messages, and then next thing I know, I was on a Facebook reel about a Christmas tree ornament hack. And I was like, oh, this is bad. So just being honest. Yeah.
Okay, so to combat that, the only time I give myself time to watch reels or TikToks is when I am in bed,
Mhm.
my earbuds in my ear. There are times that I start laughing so hard I'm shaking the bed, but that is the only time I give in to the scroll
Yeah.
is once I'm in bed.
Yeah. I'm usually pretty good at it, but I was bad today. I was bad. I even took my walk and everything. I had my mindset right. Anything anybody else wants to share about what they're doing or something they're trying? Anybody need a boost? Oh, go ahead, Lisa.
Well, another idea I had, I mentioned it to Sandra. I think I'm going to try to make the Thrive Bites and take them to my local customers as, go to the Dollar Tree and get the little containers
Yeah.
and make a batch of Thrive Bites and
That is so
give
good.
those as a treat. Because I have like my best customer. She lives like 5 minutes from me. So I have a couple people local that I could do that for.
Yeah.
So
That's a cute
anyway, that's
idea
just
though. Like cards for everybody, but then the people who are close to you and like you said, your best customers. I like that idea. I'm gonna write that down and steal that also. Okay. All right. Anybody else? Anything anybody want to share? No? Okay. I will just end with this really quickly. Because again, I know we talk a lot about December and it being busy and we don't want to stress people out and blah, 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 blah. I cannot tell you how much crap I have purchased for myself in the last few weeks while shopping for other people. So please understand, people have money and they're spending it right now. That's just what happens in December. So don't put in your head that people can't afford Thrive right now. Don't put in your head that it's a bad time for people to be ordering. Because here's the thing, if you think that, you're right, because you're going to present it that way. You're going to talk about it that way. This is the perfect time for people to be spending money because a lot of people, do you guys remember this? I don't think LCNB does it anymore, but I used to have my Christmas club money. Did you guys ever do that at the bank? Like every week you went over and put like your $5 or your $20. And I swear when I got that check at the end of the year, half of it went to Christmas presents and the other half found its way on my body or something. Like, I bought myself something with it. So just remember, people have saved money. They do have money. If it's a priority for them, they will spend the money on it. So I want you to make sure if you start feeling yourself stressing out about money in the holidays, do a quick check of yourself and remind yourself that your situation is not everyone else's situation. There's plenty of money to go around. The world is abundant, right? People need what you have. And if you are struggling with money this year at the holidays, all the more reason to remember that there's plenty out there of people who can be thriving and get started thriving, because that will then in turn fix your holiday situation, right? So just keep an eye on your mindset. And this is a conversation I'm having with myself as much as I'm having it with you. So when you start to worry about money, or you start to worry that people are worried about money, remember, if that's the energy you're putting out, that is what's going to result into that. So sometimes you have to, I forget exactly, I read something like if you need to change basically your vibe, there was a fancy word for it, but it comes through either words or images or sounds. So if you start feeling yourself worrying about that, like maybe you're like, okay, I'm going to sit and send out messages to auto shippers, but then you start worrying that they're going to cancel, you need to turn on some upbeat music. You need to look at pictures of upbeat things, maybe of women carrying shopping bags. Like remind yourself that people are doing these things, and actually either talk to yourself or read something, a quote about money, and then go about doing your reach outs and stuff like that. Like stay in the right mindset, especially for the month of December. So I am super appreciative of all your ideas. I cannot wait to share this with the team because you guys have such good information for your 12 days of Christmas. I love that you're all doing it slightly different, but most of all, I love that you're all doing it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And thanks for coming on and sharing. So see you guys next week. Bye.